How's it going, guys? Kongi here. Now, long time no see. I'm finally back from a holiday. Finally going to get back into making some videos for you guys. I'm going on a bit of a video making spree at the moment, so hopefully I'm going to have sort of 4 uploads for you guys over the next 4 days. So I'm basically going to use this Biolab gameplay that I got before I left, just with the Moore's thermal. Pretty sure it's quite decent. I can't really remember, but I'm pretty sure there's a few splits here and there, so hopefully it's entertaining enough for you guys. And yeah, I'm just basically going to use it to sort of chat a bit about my holiday and talk about sort of what I plan on doing over the next few weeks. So a lot happened over the week I was away in relation to Twitter. Now I noticed there were, obviously whilst I think it was right before I left, and also whilst I was away, there's a lot of sort of stuff happening with that Team Red, and also to do with the Phase 1. A lot of angry people and a lot of stupid people and a lot of stupid shit was happening, so I tried my very best to stay away from Twitter when I was on my holiday, or at least COD Twitter. I usually tried to just sort of talk about my trip a little bit and post photos and that kind of stuff whilst I was away. The Wi-Fi was very limited, I couldn't watch any videos, so I ended up spending most of my... The airport in Bali has like really good internet, so I used a lot of that time whilst I was sort of sitting by myself waiting for the plane to watch a few Phase 1 responses, which were awesome. By the way, if I've liked your video, yeah, fantastic job. So, yeah, getting on to my holiday now. If you guys didn't know, I was in an island called Gili Trawangan, which is basically a chain of 3 islands, Gili Trawangan, Gili Air, and Gili Mino, all sort of about a 30-minute boat ride from Lombok, which is another island in Indonesia. So what we did is for a mate's 21st. Now, he's not a big fan of parties and that kind of stuff. He just likes to, you know, have his good group of mates and hang around a little bit. So what we did for him was his mum and dad teed up with a few of us and his brother to basically organise this trip. He did know about it eventually, and we, you know, obviously told him sort of who's going and what's going to be happening. But Saturday the 22nd, so I clocked off work at about 4 o'clock on the Friday, and then I had a 21st that night, and then got pretty much organised to go off on holiday the Saturday afternoon. We flew out at about 6 o'clock and got into Kuta at about 10, I think, and then sort of we had a night stay in Kuta, and we stayed there for about I think it's just, you know, we stayed up for a few hours and had a few beers, and then sort of, you know, did the old cheers to the trip, and went to bed, got up at 6, and a car came and picked us up. Now the boat company sends a car to pick you up from each of your hotels, and it goes through, and then basically it drops you off at Serangan, which is a dock at the other side of Bali. So it's about an hour car drive. It's actually quite near a few surf spots. If you guys know Karamas, it's sort of up near there. So we took the boat over there and took the boat from there, and it's basically an hour to a place called Padang Bai, which is another sort of another dock up north Bali, and then a boat from there from Padang Bai to the Gilis, which is, and we got to stay at Gili Trawangan. So we got there at about 2 o'clock, and then basically, was it 2 o'clock? No, it was earlier than that. I think it was actually more like lunchtime. So basically, we had a bite, checked in, dropped all our shit, had a bite to eat, and then went to go check the surf. Now we got a pretty decent wave. I actually got absolutely roasted, which you guys can still see. Now I'm a little bit pink still from the eternal amounts of sunburn that I got on my trip, which is unfortunate, which is also why I'm wearing this long sleeve, even though it's a bit warmer, because I got burnt like absolute crazy on my arms. I was wearing a t-shirt when I went surfing, so yep. And then yeah, but if you guys didn't see, I posted a photo of a wave I got on Monday. The photos were sort of few and far between. One of the girls who came on the trip with us, Kate, she took the photos, and yeah, she does a great job. She got a fair few, which was kind of cool of all of us, so that was nice. And then I think the Monday we had the best day of surf. The Sunday night was basically at midnight was then the time when my mate turned 21, so the Monday was his birthday. So on the Sunday night, you know, we stayed out quite late and partied on into the morning, and then Monday went for another surf, and then on the Tuesday we surfed again on the Tuesday, I think, and, you know, just sort of basically just eating good, massages, drinks, and everything like that. And then on the Wednesday was probably the best day of the trip, in my opinion. His parents and all the rest of us, his parents paid for a boat to take us to a few sort of diving and snorkeling spots, and also we checked the surf. Unfortunately, there was no waves sort of after the first 3 days of the trip, which sucks, but, you know, what can you do? We had a fantastic time regardless. So we took it to a couple of spots to check first, and then basically we parked it off a place which was like Turtle Point or something like that, and fantastic. Swam with sea turtles, and the sea turtles, like, fuck it, you know, they're huge, man. And so we, you know, swam down, like rubbing them on the back and stuff, and one of my mates tried to like pick one up, and it friggin' like almost broke his arms when it swam away, so that was fantastic. And then after that we took the boat to Gili Air, which is, as I said, one of the islands, and we all had some, we had some lunch there, and then we went back on the boat and just basically just had the tunes on the boat, drinking beers and just jumping in the water and mucking around. So that was really good, and that was an absolutely fantastic day. I think the Thursday and Friday we just sort of chilled or like rode around the island on the bikes. There's no no transport in any way, shape or form except for just push bikes on the island. Which is cool because, you get kind of sick of Bali after a while. I've been there 9 times now, and Kuta can get pretty stale. You get pretty sick of all the Australian, the bogan sort of Australians. You get really sick of them after a while. And also, just walking down the street, you get, constantly abused, you buy this, you buy that, you want one more Bintang singlet. It's they look at what you're wearing and then try to sell you it again. It's like, no, I'm going for a surf. I'm wearing fucking boardies and carrying a surfboard with no money on me. Why do you think I want to buy Sunnies or something, or DVDs? So yeah, it gets a bit stale. So the Gili Trawangan experience was fantastic, and I definitely recommend to anyone here who wants to go traveling or something like that. Very few Australians, surprisingly. I found it was mainly European tourists who were doing the Indonesian leg of their sort of massive round the world trip. Met people from Sweden, met people from sort of all Scandinavia, a lot of Europeans, as I said, so sort of through the UK and France and Italy and everything like that. It was really cool and really diverse culture. A lot of Asians again, which can be a bit frustrating at times because they're very rude in the way that they experience. They're just ultimate tourists, really. They don't wait in lines and everything like that, so that can be a bit frustrating. But aside from that, it was really good, and it was great to get away from the Aussies for a little while. It was basically like playing Spot the Aussie. You couldn't really find any. So yeah, that's pretty much a summary of my trip. Sucks to be back from work now, but back to work, sorry, but it was bound to happen. I've actually got 2 weeks coming up. It's close of business for Christmas, so I've had to take 5 days of annual leave from my company from the 23rd, I think it is. We clock off on the 23rd, and then I take 5 days of annual leave. And due to all the public holidays and weekends in between, I get until the 5th off. So I've got plenty of time off. Hopefully I'll be able to play a heap. And also just coming up to Christmas, I should be able to play. I'm actually broke at the moment after my trip as well, so I should be able to get a little bit more time in between spending time with the girlfriend and that kind of stuff. So expect many more videos for myself. As I said, I just finished recording a Cooking with Conk. I'm about to sort of work together mini-tage. I think I've got enough clips from after what I hit yesterday, and I'll play some more tonight, obviously. And also, I'm going to do an edit with Ham Like Bacon's clips. So, Raw Ham, if you guys remember him. So, that's going to be the war clips, and it's a little bit different, and I'm going to try my best. I just like doing that kind of stuff as a bit of a change, especially since I won't be playing much multi-card for a little while, I don't think. At the moment, I'm really, really enjoying Advanced Warfare, and I don't think that's going to change for much longer. It can be a bit frustrating at times when you come across the same faggots on Xbox One, but I'm not moving back to 360. The argument about the 360 and Xbox One is driving me fucking insane, because the worst part is the statements go out. It's basically there's a lot of people that I know and that I talk to on the regular that have moved back to Xbox One. Some say to play with friends, some say to play because they can't play Xbox One because the lobbies are too frustrating, or they can't find games or stuff like that. And then they go back to 360 and hit five on-screens in one day after not hitting any on the Xbox One. And then people have the gusto to go on and say how much it's not easier. It's like, well, it is. Look, I don't know if it's the lobbies, I don't know if it's the people, I don't know if it's the connection, I don't know if it's anything of that. I've played it once at a friend's house, and it did feel significantly easier, but I didn't hit anything, so I'm not really one to judge. But, it's the same, it's all going to be the same sort of clips at the end of the day. You've just got to really take note of the lobbies. So if if I'm running around killing red gunners and it's quite a quick 5-on or something, it might be on equal to 5-on 3 times against snipers and stuff like that. I find this game's going to be really lobby dependent, and you're going to have to really look at the clips before you sort of judge the actual clip itself. And also, with the kill feed lasting for so long, I think it's going to take a lot more than just a 5-on that takes, fucking 10 minutes to hit, as opposed to, I've seen some split clips that look better than that shit. So anyway, it's going to be a lot different. My intro's half done. That should be out shortly. I think I've got an editor which would be pretty beast, and that will go up on NV. It's an NV editor, so that would be sick. And aside from that, I'm just going to be on my usual uploading. I need more topics. Give me topics to make commentaries on. I've got a handful of gameplays that I want to use, so put your topics in the comments, please. I really want to do something controversial. I really want to talk some more shit, and I really want to get some good sort of, just some good stuff up for you guys. So gameplay's coming to a close now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's good to be back. Good to be making videos again. And I will speak to you guys shortly. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. This has been Conky. Deuces.